Well, welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right, you found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention, because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of the show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, Pete. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait, there is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
Hey, hello, all you architects of fate, and welcome to the only self-proclaimed Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you, the viewers, shake up our world. Now, I wanted to say right off the bat before we start, we have a guest in the studio, or the studio, at the table, I guess, Michael Dismuke, who is going to join us for a bit of Ferengi role-playing. And yeah, and I'm looking, literally, I'm trying to find my intro notes. It's like, I'm dying here. All right. Notes on this.
I need no introduction, which is why you have none.
I have none, yes. Let me see my drive. My drive. Oh, my drive. Back in business. Wealth is a trait to pitch. Oh, ideas to pitch to Michael. Beg Michael for more jobs. Yeah, ask him for a free edition, second edition copies. Yeah, something.
Do I look like Jim Johnson to you? Do I look like Jim Johnson?
Yeah, that would be, well, you know, you could if you tried hard. Back in business. Where is my intro? There we go. Because I didn't have my notes. Hey, anyway. The Ferengi. I want you to call them a criminal, call them crude, call them greedy, but never underestimate them. The galaxy is putting itself back together after the horrors of the Dominion War. Old empires are falling and new ones are rising. The once stable galaxy is now facing an uncertain future. The 1,000-year-old Ferengi Alliance is undergoing these same seismic shifts with the ascension of Grand Negus Rom. The old ways of rampant greed and misogyny are giving ways to new ways of shared ambition and only light sexual harassment. These changes have impacted all Ferengi, rich and poor alike. So we're going to look in on a merry little band of privateers and their acquaintances as we plunge back into Star Trek Back in Business. The episode is titled The 125th Rule. You can't make a deal if you are dead. And I'm hoping people take that to heart. We will introduce the players. Should we start with guest first or a team first? What do you want to do? We never got a correct protocol. You're all going to leave me hanging.
Ladies first.
I was going to say I vote for guest first just because everybody's heard us for
Michael's
quite a while.
The fresh face.
Exactly.
Hi, everyone. I'm Michael Dismuke. I am a blogger on Continuing Missions, which is the #1 fan site for Star Trek Adventures RPG and Captain's Log. I am also a writer for Star Trek Adventures, a freelance writer. I'm on my 19th publication so far at Star Trek Explorer magazine for some fiction, and 2 upcoming anthologies that are all about Star Trek. One that I can talk about because Walter Koenig is in the anthology with me for the Star Trek Explorer release. That's Chekhov for those of you who don't know. And then another one that I can't talk about just yet, but it's going to be hint about leadership in Star Trek. Thank you for having me. When you said you were playing a Ferengi game, I had to come.
Oh, well, thank you. And okay, now I'm now I'm super interested. It's like, God, you're going to get a chance to rub shoulders with Koenig. Make sure you ask him about the Infinite Vulcan. I hear he loves that.
Oh, you're assuming he'll talk to me. We're just sharing a book together.
Oh, you're like brothers.
Never met him.
You're like brothers. Do you have an who are you going to be playing tonight? Because I think we did this rather quickly.
Yeah, in Deep Space Nine, some of my favorite thing was seeing the female Ferengis start making their way into equality in the universe. And so when you asked me to play a Ferengi, I made the assumption that most people were going to pick guy Ferengis. So I'm going to pick a female Ferengi. In all of my days of RPG, my female characters have always been the best. And this one is, of course, the amazing, dynamic Shart. That's how you pronounce it, just so you know.
Okay. I do like that. We tried to work around it with an apostrophe, and I looked it up, and it doesn't work. Not with us is Chelopuk tonight. So taking his place is going to be Rufus, who will be doing a lot of duty. You want to introduce yourself and what roles that we threw at you?
Hello. I'm Rufus. You may remember me from some other Star Trek show at some point, but I'm back in business tonight, and I'll be playing Weeman, who is an Elorian of very short stature, who also likes to skateboard, and I will be playing whoever you ask me to.
Okay,
happy to be here.
Just happy to be here. Thank you so much for dropping a brick on my head when I needed it too. Dave, would you DM Dave? Not that one. Who are we tonight?
That's a good question.
How about who are you regularly scheduled to play?
Generally, I'm playing Cash Dash. I'm the captain of this a ragtag group of Ferengi and otherwise, just trying to make a bit of latinum in this here quadrant, or that there quadrant, or really any quadrant.
All right, and then Cam, who would you be tonight?
Hey everybody, I'm Cam. I'm gonna tonight be playing a Ferengi named Greylick. And my usual characters are Drevak Vex, who is a Ferengi bodybuilder, and I'm also playing Lyra, who is a medical kind of like a doctor or chief medical officer, and she is the wife of Gorath. So if they show up in this episode, you might see Lyra as well.
Okay. And let me see. I've just literally given Dave the entire set of his characters prompts. So as you may recall, what had happened last week was that, and I can't see what the chat's doing at this point. But last week, or last session, they had the group had essentially reached a cave, and the hosts of the tour had decided to push the tourists through the rest of the story, which meant getting them to the cave where they discover the evil industrialist, and then in a very Scooby-Doo way, there will be some rubber masks, and they will catch the industrialist red-handed or red-hoofed, in the case of it being a telerite, and then everybody will be completely happy, and they get to go home with a great story, and then the whole tourist thing resets. Well, while they were doing that, the hosts had also noticed that some of the wildlife in the area was becoming ill, and also the wildlife was becoming a bit more feral and rabid. And so they got a little worried. They're trying to get the tourists out before we get all Jurassic Parky on them. And of course, they never saw that because, you know, that's a classic, and nobody ever watches the classics in the 23rd or 24th century. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pick up from inside of the, and I'm going to see if I can get my map upgrade here. Okay, everybody hung through it. Great. We're going to do a bit of an on-the-fly thing because I did not have time to set the set up. And also specifically, I did not have time to set up some people. But what happens is we pick up inside of the factory, and this is an underground lair. Sent to back. Yeah, so I've got to have a trait because I'm going to say that I think Michael has discussed the concept of traits. Underground mining. Okay. Traits, it's, you know, in a cliff face. It's basically a set, you know, a movie set. And I don't have a thing for Michael, so I'm just going to use your face. A movie set.
I look like a Ferengi female. That's okay.
Yeah, I was. We were talking about. Unless you happen to have one, I've got you with a smirk now. We're just going to go with that.
Here, use this one. Use this one.
Okay.
That'll look like a Ferengi female. Use that.
All right. No duck. Oh wait. Now I've got a better one. Wait a minute. I've got several. All right. Hold on. I have so much digital ink. All right. Copy to clipboard.
She has rather large ears for a Ferengi female, but okay.
You could have gotten a lobe enhancement. Or some women, you know, that's a typical trait. That does not mean it's the only trait. And then this is chart. Oh God. Okay, and then Cash, you're just going to be. Did you figure out a name? Because I didn't even give you a name.
Let's see.
I feel terrible about that, but I also realize I have pushed my limit here.
All right.
And I also just realized I hadn't flicked on the screen.
I went to the first random name generator and took the first one it gave me. Oh, you got a whole link.
Yeah, I don't need the link.
It means virtuous in Arabic.
Okay. Well, we're gonna see what I can pull. So there's the email that nobody read. There's the order that things occur in. What is a color, which is insane. And okay, this is what happens when I don't go through my minis beforehand. Back in business resources, and let's bring the cast in. Okay, can we make you a Vulcan who is just pissed off at the world? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I have a bunch of A's and R's in it too. Okay. And the level of forgiveness is just creeping on up there.
Who's Abrar now? I just needed clarification. Who is this person?
Literally, you can actually ask that because you don't even know who. Oh, that's Dave. Sorry. And what we have is
Co-worker.
yeah, and this is going to be scenes from a hat. Shart, you have managed to sneak in. Well, you've come in through the back door. Okay. And there is a back door now. Because you're all NPCs, you can all spend threat. So that's how that's going to work for, if we need to do anything mechanical. Michael, you will actually spend threat as a technically you're an NPC. So you'll just spend threat out of my pool. And give them momentum, I guess, when you need to buy effects. The player
Never gonna happen.
They haven't figured that out as a rule yet, so that's even funnier. All right, so you are in the underground mining facility. Grelka, you are preparing to essentially get caught, right? So you're ready for the big unmasking and everything. Right. I think you're a method actor. And at this point, you've also asked Shart to come by and explain like the exorbitant fees that have been charged, because this equipment's constantly breaking down and you're being charged per word you read. I don't know if you caught that, but every time you crack the manual, you're charged per word. And it's basically wiped the planet out financially.
I'm happy to explain again if this knucklehead can't get it in his head. I'll be glad to read it to him too.
Well, I understand it. I just don't know why I have to pay for the same word if I've read it once
before. If you were smart enough, you'd memorize it the first time. And anyways, let me remind you, Rule 16 of acquisition. A deal is a deal until a better one comes along. And you're not going to get a better one than me, baby.
Oh, I don't know about that. I've heard there's some other Ferengis floating around this place. They might be on this tour, but rumors have.
Oh, really? Well, don't make me enact rule number 125. You can't make a deal if you're dead. So what's their addresses again?
I don't know. I'll have to work that one out. But I did hear there's Ferengi on this tour, so I don't know. Maybe they're representatives of Nog, of Ram.
I'll keep an eye out for them. And don't you worry about Grand Nagus Ram. He's one of the one who helped me institute my business. He's very female first.
Yes, I heard that. It makes it a little more difficult to figure out who I need to deal with.
You're looking at him. Her.
Oh.
My wallet's just getting really bare.
Your what? Oh,
my
okay,
wallet,
yes.
My funds.
Let me see. Abar, I think that you're also having some trouble. I think your hands are starting to bleed. You're trying to put your costume on. And again, this isn't going super well. Weeman, I have no idea why you're here. They put you in an ill-fitting mining suit with a little lantern hat.
Well, they're
and
all
a really
ill-fitting.
shitty pickaxe. Or whatever that tri-laser thing that they used on Ruropente, because apparently manual mining is still a thing and it's expected. So there is a cliff wall face that looks like it has crystals and shit in it, that you guys should be ready to mine when people come in.
You don't actually have to swing it that hard. It's just for show.
Oh, I don't know. I just like getting into it. It's just like a lot of fun.
Well, whatever. I mean, just don't break
Oh
any of the
no.
props or any
Oh,
of the
no.
set.
No, I'm being very careful.
Hey, do you think maybe we got the wrong... Maybe I'm wearing the uniform that was meant for you, and you're wearing the uniform that was meant for me?
I thought you were like at the beach or something. Because it's so short.
No, but this is more comfortable than the normal one, so I think we'll keep it like this.
Okay. It looks like your hands are hurt. Do you want a Band-Aid or something?
I would, but all of the medical supplies, if we use any of them, it comes out of our paycheck, as well as using the props and the costumes. And what else was it?
Hey, don't tell anybody. I got some in my pocket if you wanted a Band-Aid.
Oh. We're doing some kind of a backroom deal.
Well, you know, I wouldn't spread it around, but I don't want you to get blood on anything because I'm the dude that has to clean everything up.
Oh, that makes sense. There is quite a lot of blood all of a sudden. These blisters, they seem to have been getting worse recently. Have you noticed anything about that?
Well, I do think.
Or you just got here? Who are you?
I'm Weeman. I work here. I usually just clean things up, but you know, times are tough, and so I'm gonna be like a miner in this thing, whatever it is.
Let me get this.
Oh yes, we're illegally mining. It's really quite a flimsy premise.
No. Nothing illegal going on here. Groka, come here for a sec. Groka, this was your idea to make additional money, basically to pay me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was my idea. But it's all for show. It's all for show. The mining isn't part of my band.
How big of an
per se?
Sorry, I tried to do air quotes, but my fingers seem to have seized up entirely.
How big of an audience do we have right now? Just I'm curious.
Out of like
how many
in reality?
Chat.
No. In this movie set underground mining thing, how many people do we actually have watching?
Oh, nobody's watching. They're going to arrive. The tourist group's going to arrive and break in, and there's an exit, and I think that's called and there's a thing over here called an entrance. And that's the cliff face. You came in through the back, and I am going to spend threat to say that you left the back door unlocked.
Okay.
For reasons.
I need to make a deal with Groka then. Like this is going to go under unless you immediately let me take this under control. Join my union, and all of you as actors will join my union. You'll be under indentured servitude for just 2 years. But during those 2 years, I'll take down 25% of the debt you owe me for your failure to repair the broken machinery. And then I'll go ahead and show you how to use it. So I think we should just go ahead and do that. Otherwise, you're going to just kill this audience.
What does this servitude mean?
Basically,
I'm a free telerite right now. I just don't want to give up all my
all the
freedom.
proceeds from the show go to me. I'll give you your cut, and part of that cut will go toward reducing your debt to me.
What's the cut?
25% of all proceeds, and those 25% will immediately come back to me to pay for the additional copyright you need to the repair technical manuals for all this machinery.
Sounds a little questionable. It sounds like I end up with 0 except for servitude.
But you come out with experience, and how valuable is that?
Ask about catering.
I only have a 20% surcharge for catering.
Who's being swayed by this at this point? It sounds like there's a competition.
2 years doesn't sound that bad.
Thank you. Says the Vulcan who lives, 300 years? Good point.
I haven't really ever thought about joining a non-telerite union. We kind of stick to ourselves in the sty, if you know what I mean.
Move with the galaxies. It's been 400 years ever since Archer cleaned your clock. Catch up.
Oh dear.
Don't mention that name. How dare you mention Archer?
Oh really?
Is it a deal?
If he cleaned our clocks,
Is it a deal?
you could still be reviled.
I'll sign you all up right now.
I don't know. Have you got a document I can read? I just don't like to go on word of mouth, especially word of mouth. I'm afraid.
Instantly flipped it out of my pocket.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to read this. I've been billed for words.
Did you have
You
that
won't be
in
billed until you sign it.
as a meta question? I'm the referee and I'm busting in. This is also our sign for like speaking kind of totally out of character. Did you actually want to put that trap into the contract where by the time they read it, they're agreeing to sign it?
Everything's retroactive, right?
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to check.
It's a retroactivity clause. Yeah.
Oh God,
They thought the deal was so good they're willing to pay back on it for reading the words. This contract, fortunately, is only 35,692 words.
I'm going to give it to the Vulcan. He reads better.
Okay, I'm worried I'm going to smear it with all this
his
blood.
hands
though.
are pretty blistery.
Oh, they pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Arbar and Weeman, you have a your best stat is 13. Your mediocre stat's an 11, and then you pick one thing you suck at, and it's a 9. Yeah, this is our version of really quick NPCs. they just do it. They do a thing, and then they're done. That's if dice rolling ever comes up. Like if you need to unbamboozle a contract that somebody has handed you.
I'm thinking maybe we should let this tour group come through first. Then I'll think about it. I want to see if we make a little money off these guys. They're supposed to be getting here soon.
So,
there you go. Assume the responsibility.
That gives me the chance to act. That gives me the chance to act one more time, which is, of course, my real calling.
Me too.
This really does sound like you guys have been through this a lot. What I wanted to do next was, at this point, while you guys are discussing and arguing a bit, I need, let me see. All right, this is one of those things where it's embarrassing to have somebody who actually wrote the damn game present. Because we're just gonna go and pull some numbers. What I need, Grava, you also have a 13 in good stuff and an 11 in not so good stuff. And anyone else who wants to make an insight and either security or medicine roll, and all you need is one success.
So am I rolling the insight?
Yeah, you're just rolling a functional. You're rolling a functional 11.
Okay, because my good thing, I'm going to make presence since he wants to be an actor.
He might not be that good of an actor.
Right,
it's up to you.
Right. But I could still have the presence just in a negative way.
I was considering aspected presence for some things. Anyway, or aspected attributes. How did everybody do?
Abrar got two threes.
I got a 3 and a 5, so 2 successes.
One success over here.
One success over there. All right. So you add 1 to my threat pool. Well, actually, you don't add anything because you needed 1. Weeman, did you have any luck rolling dice, or do you care?
I also have a 3 and a 5.
You have a 3 and a 5? Oh my God.
That's right.
Okay, so that's 2, 4, that's 6 momentum. Okay. Well, actually, no, it's 3 momentum over. All right, you each have like an extra point. We're going to do this. You each have an extra point over and above what's needed, and this is going to essentially be an information spend. So you're going to all have a question relevant to the scene, which I must answer truthfully. So all of you hear, you know how like a Tyrannosaurus sounds in the movies when it's just kind of grunting around and snuffling. Okay, well, pretend that is also attached like to an octopus. Don't know what that's supposed to sound like. I'm leaving that to the fertile imaginations of everyone. Now, I hate to say it, Shart just notices this. Everyone else has a question, or if you really want to, you can add a thing to it, a thing you notice. But if you have another you can have a question and a notice thing, because I think it's funnier that way.
Which direction is it coming from?
It is coming from the exit behind you, where Shart is. Shart's back is to the door.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have anything you want to enhance the noise, smell, taste, or vibration or anything? All the senses, I think, except sight. This is all where you just hear it and go, oh.
It smells like the sea.
Okay. I'm gonna have to write these things down. Okay. I did ask for this. Cam or Rufus, who wants to go next on their question and their observation?
My question is, has Gralka had recent contact with the people at the distillery to hear what they know about the mutated creature that attacked there? Because Gralka doesn't know that, but unless he's had contact. Okay, so he hasn't had contact. All right. And let's see, for the thing I want to add on, also he hears sort of a scrabbling along the floor, like some type of sharp claws or tentacular attachments that are sharp and nasty.
So you've got toenails of death clicks.
Yeah, death clicks. Swatty.
Okay. And we aren't going to get into any copyrights from a video game. And then Rufus, does Weeman have a question and then an observation?
Has Weeman encountered these creatures before?
He's not, but he has seen some stuff. So if you feel like just going through your entire catalog of your last 400 years, and just coming up with I never showed you a picture, so let's just the words all fangs and spikes is a thing you can just imagine, so you can ask a question and make an observation.
Okay. The question was, have I encountered this before?
Well,
yes.
No, you have not encountered this before.
My observation is that when it, you can hear this kind of weird sound effect, like as it's moving, it sounds kind of like a big drum beating in a kind of rhythmic way.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. I'm glad everybody's adding things that probably scare them. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I was going to ask.
Yeah, I'm terrified of drums.
I can't swim.
Oh God.
I don't like claws.
What I'm going to do is bring out the creature, at least for a new slide. Okay, we're just going to drag him on. I hope, if I can get this.
Gralka, was there an addition to the script I wasn't informed of? Because you're supposed to give me 48 hours to learn my new lines.
No, I have no idea what this is. I wonder if Shark brought it.
I guess I'm just going to have to improv.
She was the last one through that door, and she's trying to get us to agree to this new union deal. This could be some kind of union-busting or union-creating creature.
Pay up now for protection. 3 slips of Latinum each.
Oh, I love it. So what I've got is that is a variant. It looks, there's a thing in the environment called a Vortex Fanghound, but this is one that's just sort of taken out to nightmarish levels. Obviously the product of industrial waste, right? I'm just going to put the Fanghound into the picture because I'm very proud of him. I didn't do a set, but I made this guy. Right.
Mm.
I should say a lot of stolen art made this guy, and I'm not proud. I'm poor. I'm not proud. So what I need to do is, well, you guys have 3. Well, you already spent it. We're going to do a thing. Essentially, this is the roll for initiative aspect of this. Michael, we have some house rules, and I'm hoping that they'll make it into 3rd edition. Okay. What I want everybody,
I promise you they will.
They will. Okay. What I want you all to do before we run combat, we're going to generate momentum for the team. So everybody decide what you're going to do to either prepare or react or something, and you can pick your attribute and your discipline for people who actually have a character sheet. The rest of you just say what you're doing. You know, are you getting out a scanner? Are you checking your rifle? Are you revising your contracts or your will? So whoever's ready to kind of describe how they want to prepare, and then you roll 2 dice, and then you get momentum or not. That kind of thing.
I'm doing what all good Ferengis do.
Okay, Michael seems to he's the only one with an actual character that's been designed. Go ahead.
Yeah. So is one of my bioluminescent energy systems around? We're in the mining facility, right?
Well, you're in a prop of a mining facility. However, the creature looks like it's bioluminescent. And you could do something with that.
Exactly. So I'm gonna go ahead and again, none of my equipment is around, right? I just want to make sure of this.
Why don't you?
None of the engines or anything?
I don't know. Have you? Well, there's nothing that you've installed.
Okay. So my goal.
Sorry.
No. So then, with that point, I'm gonna do what all good Ferengis do, and I'm going to scream and run for the entrance.
Okay.
Full
pelt. What I am going to do also is, if you do want to, Grelka could be holding up a broken piece of equipment when he was demonstrating, like, hey, it breaks down, it's garbage. If you guys want to agree to that, then you can decide what you may want to, if you want to Doctor Who it, or at least just have it for the next scene.
I think running is more appropriate.
Okay.
I'm okay with running. So fitness plus security, right?
Sure.
That's 9. So let's see. What difficulty is this?
You get as many momentum as you get. It's 0 difficulty.
Oh, that's right.
It's a pure build.
4 and a 7, so 2.
Nice. All right.
Successes.
You have 2. All right. We men Atbar or Grelka. What are we thinking?
Right. Grelka's gonna say a telerite oath. By the tusks of Trolloc Narg! And he's gonna actually reach into a pouch in his pocket, and he's got like a very bright, like, mining light, and he's gonna try to shine it in the creature's face and try to blind it, hoping he can blind it.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, also, since nobody has any weapons, this is gonna be hilarious. So you're waving the light at him. I am definitely gonna revise what came out of the cave in the next scene. And so basically you can decide if that's an engineering and daring, or what you want to do for that kind of a thing.
Probably daring, and I guess engineering. Well, engineering or science. He's because he's trying to use the light, so he could be doing some kind of EM thing. But since we don't know which is which, and they're probably both 11, it doesn't really matter. So I'll say daring and engineering.
I'm going to engineer my way out of this.
All right. I got a 9 and a 3.
You guys
so
are on
successes.
fire tonight, man. Yeah, usually it doesn't.
This ain't no roll 20.
I think basically we are using up all the
TM.
good rolls for Dave's Sunday game. Dave, I'm giving Weeman the last moment to prepare. What's our bar doing?
I'm going to examine my surroundings. I assume I've been working in this place for a long time. I'd know any weak points, if there's any way to bring down some of the facade between ourselves and the creature to buy ourselves some more time.
Yeah, that pickaxe, when you told Weeman not to lean into it too hard, yeah, there's a spot in the wall that's been like broken a couple of times from the last tour.
Got a 4 and a 7.
All right, people. 2, 4, 6. I'm going to start rethinking this roll momentum bonus here.
Well, if we
this is nice, I have to say. Yeah,
Well, I want people.
We have just a good chance of
then
this
again,
not
there's a
happening.
good chance of rolling consequences when you do a 0 roll too. So it has happened. Rufus, what do you think? What's Weeman's plan of action?
Weeman's awfully nervous, but he remembered he's got some like a half sandwich in his pocket, and he's thinking he might throw it at the monster when it gets here, because it might be just hungry.
Well, it wouldn't be a bad guess. Also, if you want to, as an Allurian with long lived, you can just declare a weakness or something for the monster. You can create a new fact for them, and it's not because you're my husband. I would do this for any Allurian character.
Well, like, the only thing I can think of is like I'm thinking it does have just a lot of arms.
Okay, that's not. Wait a minute, you're not making things better. I was thinking like, hey, I remember 300 years ago it was ticklish or something, but I'm giving it more arms.
But they're all its weak points. It has weak elbows.
But I haven't seen it yet. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. It stuck its head in. You can actually see it. You turned around, you can see it.
I'm impressed that tentacles have elbows.
Yes. He is no, they're there. They're pokey. But yeah, they normally don't have elbows like that. But I didn't know if you wanted to give it a weakness or not. That's fine.
You should have told me a little while ago.
We count on you, man. We count. Anyway,
it's afraid of pointy things.
Okay, got it. It's afraid of sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I'm as a brief thing, our dog is afraid of sticks. So, which makes fetch an incredibly dicey, totally traumatic game. I believe that you're the only one that may know this until you share that fact. So, let me see. Everyone's gonna put their plan into action. I'm gonna say that because Shark's the guest, Shark gets to act first. And I assume it's out the door. Correct? Oh, Michael.
Of course,
Sorry, Michael.
to
the entrance.
Yeah, through the entrance.
Yes,
because there's a bunch of people coming in, so I want to basically use their bodies to protect me as I slither out.
Yep. So nobody's done that yet. What I need you to do is, it's not really, keep in mind things are in disrepair. So what I need is a security and daring roll from you. Difficulty 2. Because you're in a panic, and I really don't want this door opened. I'm just saying that.
So, no problem. So daring and security, so 11. So let me go ahead and roll.
You could buy dice.
I rolled an 18 and a 20.
Yes.
Comp.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Great Bird.
It's a one-way door, Shart. It doesn't open from the inside.
Include high-pitched squealing here as I can't get out.
Yep. So we did throw the consequence up. I do love that. I already had it in mind, which is the door is temporarily jammed, leaving you all still trapped in here with whatever the hell this is. Who wanted to go next? And I'll decide when the monster can go.
I'll try to wedge my pick in the wall and twist.
Okay.
at this weak
Okay,
point.
you do get a good opening for weak point. You're gonna basically do about an 11. You're gonna roll against your 11 to see if you can. Are you gonna try and squeeze in? I take it. Just finishing your sentence.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
No, perfect. Whoa. Those rolls are out. That's a 12 and a 19. We ran out of all our single digits already.
Now we're into Goliath Man territory. Weeman, what do you want to do?
Well, I'm gonna grab, and so I can see it, right? It's in the room, or its head's sticking in the room.
You can see it. The head's in the room. It's the size of an extra large puma, which is something everyone's familiar with. Let's go with a really big Scooby-Doo dog.
Okay, so I think this is when I'm gonna tell everybody, grab something. Is there anything pointy in here? I think we need some pointy sticks or something like that.
Yeah, there's OSHA violations with those. We keep it tidy.
There's got to be something.
Well, it's the pickaxe.
No, the pickaxe.
The pickaxe.
Okay, so are you waving the pickaxe at it?
I'm gonna try that.
Okay, which end of the pickaxe are you waving at it?
The handle.
Yes. All right, very good. I know I needed to have something to pretend it was a puzzle. You do frighten the creature off. The creature is going to act before Grelka because there's some predestination stuff that I have to pay off. Grelka, the creature is going to attack you. It has about...
this damn light didn't work.
The light did not work. Actually, I think it liked the light being bioluminescent and all. Of course it did. My mistake. Oops.
Grelka, it's getting brighter.
Let's see if my my overlay doesn't work. Oh, there we go. Boom.
Oh, there it is.
I'm going to pretend the 20 didn't happen. 798 and a 20 that I'm going to.
So nice.
Well, actually, no. I'll keep the complication. There are 4 lights. Thank you. By the way, I did not give anyone. Yeah, I gave them all homework. No offense. I didn't pay attention how many people were in chat, so I'm hoping somebody's covered us for that. Okay, and also, by the way, somebody redeemed a one-liner for Dave. You need 4 lights.
Grelka, you needed 4 lights.
Okay.
I've only got the one.
You might have.
But it's as bright as 4.
What the creature's gonna? I need a roll from you to see if you can oppose it. Roll against your 11 or your 8, deciding on how combat-y he wants to be.
Well, I'm an actor, not a fighter, so it's against an 8.
2 dice.
All right, let's see. I got a 12 and a 5.
Okay.
1 success.
It had 3, so it's gonna kind of put the hurt on you. Can I just do a thing to you? All right.
Sure.
It did generate 2 successes. I'm going to have it apply a trait, and that trait is your arm comes off, because I believe that one of the momentum spends.
Dude,
I'm also gonna go with. I'm gonna make a bad pun. One of the momentum spends you can do to change the condition of an attack is disarm. So we're going to do a disarm. If it were players, no, but this is good. Yeah, so your arm does come off with the flashlight. And and as you guys see the blood, a lot of telerite blood spinning out. I believe it's pink. Is it pink or purple? I forget what it was in Disco.
They showed it in
I think
Enterprise.
it's kind of purple.
Yeah, it's purple. Yeah, because it's Grell's. It was from Disco. So anyway, yeah. So the blood does go everywhere in a very higher end of PG level. We're playing in the DS9 universe, so there's gonna be some blood. And the creature just also Weeman's stick is scaring it away. It's trying to get out. It does not remember there's an exit because hey, why not? And then Shart, as you see the creature, you feel the door behind you start to slide open. And Dave, what did Cash Dash say when he said, "Hey," when he opened the? Remember?
Oh, there's a button right here. Nobody seems to have noticed yet. Do you think maybe it's the button that opens the door?
I believe that was a perfect
Click.
reading from 2 weeks ago. And at that point, we're going to cut to the outside, and this wee beastie is going to be popping out, and it will have a telerite arm, as promised. There is a telerite arm in the jaws of the beast. This time you notice it has a flashlight with it. And
where am I in relation to
you
the
are
beast now?
still in the door slides open, so you get to decide, do you want to, I mean, it slides open, I guess. I'm presuming you're pushing against it or something, right?
By this time, my back was to the door as I was clinging to the door, panicked, watching the arm come off. So when it slides open, I would probably fall.
Okay,
backwards.
it's going to slide to the side. So how do you want to peel off of it?
Yeah, I just as it slides, I just kind of fall backwards, rolling backwards into Cowboy Bebop, I guess. Sorry, the voice got me. Into Cash Dash. Is he on the other side of the door?
Yes.
Shot, is that
Yes,
you?
Cash Dash. Literally, yeah, I'm going to get this thing out of the environment. Darvik, do you want to try and use and Gorath, do you guys want to use the phasers that everybody has?
Yeah, I'll take a shot.
Okay, Doric.
What is that thing?
And
oh, look, the Ferengi's coming out, and it looks like the Daemon knows her.
okay, yeah, you do take a shot. Use security and control.
All right, I actually have a
I know
character
you
sheet
got. Now
for
we
this
switch
guy.
back to actual character sheets. The NPCs
Wow.
can come along,
All
no
right.
problem. In the true fashion of AOL.
Sadly, 12 and a 15, so sadly only one success.
You needed to because it's Star Trek. If you punched it,
Yep.
you'd work. But
Yep.
I guess we're just shooting at it. The shot goes wide. Doesn't seem to intersect anybody else, which is fine. And this thing just kind of bolts off into the woods with some stuff. And forgive me for interrupting Shart's scene.
Okay. Oof.
Shart and Cash's moment.
Shot, is that you?
Cash Dash?
Cash Dash.
I'm on my
Yeah,
back on the
that's
floor
right.
looking up.
What are you doing here?
What do you mean? I work here. I'm on contract here. I'm helping them out. Doing what I do best, engineering stuff. What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm just trying to, you know me, trying to make a deal. I was on the look for. I figured there was, let's just say, looking to acquire.
Well, first of all, we could definitely use some security down here, as you could tell. Probably could use a
Security I
medic too,
got.
based on. Probably could use a medic too. He's getting blood all over the place.
I got a medic too. Boy, it just seems like you've got. I've got something you need.
Oh, and I have something you need all the time.
Oh,
I mean, in fact, I could just smell. I could just smell your engine problems from here.
I also like that Cash Dash has a filter mask that is like wholly ineffective, and he's the only one wearing it.
All right, well, go ahead and get in there, Lyra, and maybe Lyra and Anoint.
Yeah.
Get in there. There's a monster with an arm hanging out of its mouth. I don't think I want to just get in there. I'd have to squeeze right past that thing.
It ran out into the trees, right?
Oh, did it? I missed it. All right, I'll go in.
Yeah.
All right, I will
Wait,
run
are you
in there
running
then.
into the? You're running into the cave, right? Okay, you're not.
Yeah,
the monster's
help the
effed
wounded.
off. Michael, who is Noit?
Okay.
Do I even have? Did I put Noit in? I've got to bring Noit back. Bring in Noity back. Oh, Noit. Noit's a giant green Andorian. Who's playing Noit? Because I forget
Ryan.
who. Is that Cam? Or are you just taking over?
I can
okay.
play. I can
Theoretic-
play him.
Yeah,
He was originally my
yeah,
PC. Then had too many scenes where I was talking to myself.
No, I was trying to send in Lyra and
Noit to get him out.
Noit.
Yeah.
I was trying to send in Super Cam and Rufus.
Rufus, you're
Cam
playing
didn't have to talk to himself.
Well, actually, yeah. Rufus, you're playing a bodybuilder Orion that talks like Hans and Franz.
Okay.
And that's literally all you need to know. He moves heavy things. And if you want to do the accent, that's totally fine. He does have a hat that's talking to him about the singing souls on the fire plains. But you haven't chosen to share that with anyone else. It's something you just want to keep. And it's also whispering to him about the ancient gods. But you can just keep that to yourself. Actually, whoever is keeping track for Noit, that creature does cause Noit's plot to advance. Seeing Noit, I don't know how we do insanity in this, Michael, but that's the thing that'll happen. Yeah. So
It's a trait.
it's trait. Okay, he starts picking up. Yeah, he picks up like Scene Beast. Okay, Noit and Lyra, you're going into the thing. How do we want to split the group? Do you want to do the Noit and Lyra? Do you guys want to do the inside scene, or do we want to keep the focus out here for the moment? Or,
Why don't we just go in and then let the outside play
got it.
out, and then we'll be because medical stuff is less exciting.
Depends on who is getting it done to, but okay, yeah.
It's true.
Okay, I'm gonna grab Loit and Naira, copy, plop them in. Shark left, the creature left. Okay, that's ready for next scene. All right, go ahead.
Meantime, Dravok, you just keep an eye on those trees there where that little beastie ran off to. Make sure we don't get snuck up on. Although I think it's got a snack to take his mind off us for the time being.
Looked like it had a bone to chew.
Now, Shard, whose arm is that?
He is one of these actor pseudo. He was basically trying to pay off his debt to me by starting an actor studio, but it was going to go nowhere. And worst thing, that beast took his signature arm. So I hope he's ambidextrous, because this is going to put a crimp on some of my future operations.
I'm on board with you with all the making sure they're in debt to you stuff, and actor studios never working out. But what do you mean they're actors?
Well, basically they're minors and they're involved with some agricultural stuff. And
they're child actors.
No, mentally, yes.
That's a whole other can of worms.
Yeah, but basically what it is, I have I have really, one really good line of business going on here, and they owe me money, and basically, they had to put them to work in the mines and some other side businesses so they could pay me back. They're basically, I build great machinery. You know me. I build great machinery, and of course I have my technical manuals, which are highly sought over in 2 quadrants, and they.
Well, yeah, I know. As soon as you crack the cover open, you're getting paid royalties.
Well, of course, no one wants to
violate.
Yeah, you can't violate copyright laws. Some people, get paid per word. I get paid per word, per technical manual, per usage. I'm very creative like that, and yeah. What's a girl gonna do?
Brings a tear to my eye.
Yes. Anyways, I still sense that you're having some problems with those engine modifications we worked on Scooter 4.
Well, Gorath can't really, drive the thing to save his behind, but
so
we don't.
Like Gorath is over there right now. You're looking a little like, what the hell?
Because Gorath, I seem to recall from when we started this, like, overclocked the engines, and we had some issues.
Yeah,
that was Gorath, right?
I think you directed him to remove the governor that was put on there by the lien holder.
I didn't. Who told who to do what is not really the material.
Did you ever name the lien holder? Did you ever name the
who was mucking around?
Who was the lien holder?
What's the bank?
Well, I do have.
Was it Shart? Was Shart the lien holder, or one of my contractors? Were they the lien holder?
You working at the Fair and Guy First National these days?
Yep, exactly. You know, I have a couple consultants there, and I think I should look at the contract. Is it possible that I'm the lien holder?
I say, no one said no, therefore it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Either you're the lien holder or you have a like a significant share. You know, because I can imagine it being like a shares thing.
Great.
I'd say that you're the majority lien holder on.
This is so fortuitous because, hey, Cash Dash, let me ask you this, Cash Dash. How much storage capacity does your ship have?
Oh, it's got. We want to pull up the.
Now you want me to go find deck plans?
No, you can just give me a roundabout.
Put you to work.
Give me. I think I know, but I want to make sure that right now your cargo holds are pretty.
They are.
They are.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to do the cargo, and it's totally empty. I haven't been lifting anything this whole time.
Perfect.
We got one container of chemocyte and one of Aldarian beetles, Aldarian silk beetles.
This is great because I'm gonna right now. I'm gonna release the lien if I have an amazing deposit of chemocyte and benamite that I've discovered here, and if you help me get it off planet, I will release the lien. I mean, you still have to pay the shipping fees and all the shipping and handling and the distribution and
of course,
right, of course that. But I will release the lien, and I will repair your engine, of course, per word based on the technical manual. You know, all that good stuff you signed to.
All that good stuff. Well, Char, that. Before we get in any contract dealings, I'm going to say that sounded like a nice deal to me, but I do hear a lot of screaming coming from inside there.
Oh, don't mind that. That's actually, squeaky machine.
I do like, all right, so while you guys are negotiating this, which is great, the following additional things are now happening. Laria, who is, for Michael's benefit, Laria is one of the hosts, and she was the one that was kind of elected to take the tourists, run them through this, and get them off planet before something bad happens. Right? She's the Jurassic Park tour guide. We can decide how much she loses it, but she loses her mind pretty badly because she's also was the one bit by the rabid starlight rabbit. If I remember right, that was the one that went nuts on her and bit her. So she's already had enough. So she sees this shriek out, blood's everywhere. Literally nothing in her brain has prepared her for this. This isn't good. She begins screaming. Fiona and Grayla, however, who are the tourists for whom this is a big Scooby-Doo adventure still, are very excited about this development. And Grayla is going to he's got his little Fisher Price tricorder. He comes right up. I mean, there's blood all over. You guys are discussing things, but Grayla is like, oh, this is so interesting. I can't believe it. I think I've seen something like that before. As a matter of fact, I think I've seen something even bigger than that before. And I can describe it all to you in great detail, but first I need to get some data. And he's excited. Fiona writes down in her notebook scribbles some things hastily. A little of the telerite blood did splatter on the notebook. Her assuming that it's not real, she just scrapes it off and begins writing. Very interesting. Good. Oh, monster. Yes. Oh, this is definitely with the industrial waste. Yes. And they're going to go into the cave and see what happens there. How did Dravok, did you need to do anything before we shift to the cave?
No, I think he'll just be kind of standing guard still because he didn't quite follow the conversation between Cash Dash and Shart about the actors. So he still thinks those zombies that we encountered are real. So he's looking around the woods and stuff.
Okay.
And the monster didn't help.
Okay, good.
That was very real.
I believe that he has a correct perception of reality in that case. What I'm going to do is go back into the cave. I'm going to bring Fiona and Grayla, or Grala, because that's going to complicate things, maybe. And not for Cash Dash. And what I'm going to do is, Michael, because you're not in the scene, you are able to pick up one of the 3 characters that aren't staffed at this point. If you have an opinion, Fiona is a Russian dilettante. She comes from a crime family or alleged crime family with lots of money. She has been being courted by Cash Dash. Grayla is a typical, is it benzite?
Benzite.
I have an affinity for benzites. I picked
okay,
benzite.
because I did my best. Hopefully it wasn't too offensive. Grayla has been very excited to tell everybody what they're doing wrong, which I believe is a typical benzite thing. Lyra, you're here. There's a puddle of blood because that's the most immediate thing. I don't know what V-Man and Araban are doing. And yep.
Wee man, can you get me out of here? I'm stuck.
Oh.
Is there some kind of is there some kind of ventilation shaft I can access from back here? Because I pushed the wall a little bit and then it came back on me, and my hands hurt.
Oh goodness. Okay. Let's see if we can get you out of here. I mean, there's not like a ventilation shaft, but there's a closet back there.
Okay. Will I just then be in the closet?
Well, yeah.
Okay. I'll start feeling around for a closet door.
You know, I don't know what's going on with that monster, and it might be safer in there.
Oh, that's a good idea. Do you want to come back in here?
Well, I'm going to stay out here in case it comes back. But, you know, if you need anything, you should just knock really loud on the door.
You're a braver man than I am, wee man.
I've seen a lot.
Let me see. I'm gonna here's what I'm gonna do. I'm putting a one-liner that is not redeemed into chat, and you guys can figure out who wants to say it and how you work it in. Because I think chat hasn't been vicious lately, so I'm good. Hey GM and the Great Barrier. I'm trying to get some blood underneath Gralka, so sorry about that. Oh, yes. Our blood runs just as reddish purple as it ever did. And the floor. I don't know why I needed to do that. All right. Yep. Who wants to go next? Sorry. Noit or Lyra or... oh, man. No, wait. I just stuck you in there with everything. You're Grayla, Cam. I'll be Lyra. Okay, so okay. Lyra's like, okay, I want you to stay still. I don't have my medical tricorder because that got broken. And, you know, and she's going to start looking around for anything that happens to be tourniquetable or bandable or whatever. And she looks over at Weeman's ill-fitting costume because he's clearly got too much fabric. She's going to yell at Weeman, hey, hey, you, can you get, I need the sleeve off of that. Well, you're busy talking to somebody, you know, stuck behind the wall.
Stuck behind the wall.
Quit talking to the wall. I need some help over here.
Okay.
Why don't you use something like a thermal regenerator? I'm bleeding out over here. What's that cloth gonna do?
Well, it'll do a lot more than a non-existent thermal regenerator. I'll tell you that.
Oh shoot! Are there guests out there?
Yeah, kind of. Make some ghost noise, like they'll be afraid. Maybe it'll be part of the show.
Oh, I'm a ghost of a miner.
Oh, that's good.
I mined in these mines and I died here.
It's really good.
Ooh.
I think this is gonna be the best show yet.
I've been telling I've been telling Grauke it needs more of a paranormal element.
Oh, you're on it. That's really cool. So I'm gonna rip off my sleeve and start doing a tourniquet where the arm used to be.
Do you call this paranormal? This is freakishly not paranormal. This is real.
Oh, I am a real ghost.
Shh, don't ruin the magic. We might actually make some money.
I, however, am seriously confused. I expected to see a lot more younglings in this facility. Speaking of a show about miners, so I'm completely confused with what's happening at this point.
No, miners, not miners.
Understood.
With the pickaxe, I can't pick mine up because my hands really hurt, and also I'm a ghost.
Oh, your pronunciation is abysmal for someone who wants to be a person on stage. I must tell you that enunciation and being able to clearly pronounce words is key. I'm going to make a note of this just so you're aware in the review that will be coming out shortly.
Oh, God.
Thank you for the note.
I love he's a theater critic on top of everything else. Fiona is going to, because Fiona, let's just say that Fiona looks like she's already read spoilers on blogs about this show, and so now the experience, and so she's she now comes up and goes, "You are industrial capitalist bad man. This is what you get for ruining environment and not working for the betterment of all." I say humanity, that then sounds pretty racist, but the betterment of society. This is what you deserve.
And it's an unsafe working environment leading to ghosts.
Yes, and she produces from behind her a set of handcuffs. Why, we don't know, but she's gonna put the cuffs on the guy, and now she has a problem. Yeah,
Good luck with that.
literally,
Good luck with
there's a
that.
problem now.
You're not gonna catch me.
Lyra is going to attempt to apply a tourniquet. I'm just going to roll some dice because why not? We'll take the uppers. 13, 9, 2 and 2. Okay. Yeah, she does apply it very well, very expertly. Yeah, we get the dice. The dice are running. Only if we roll 4 at a time, though. Nothing else. None other combinations work. And she does at least staunch the bleeding. It's gonna need to get to the facility, what little there is on the ship, or if they've got something here. But that is that's not bad. Fiona starts to realize something, and did I not switch back to this? Wait, did I not? Or what am I missing? Oh, I know why.
Yeah, you still have the outside scene.
I still got the outside scene. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's go back to something realistic.
That's okay. We're all doing the theater in the mind.
Yeah,
anyways.
Thanks, guys. You could have said, hey,
it was all happening from the outside. You could just hear.
Why do you? Yeah, I like that it's just from the cave.
Just voices.
Isn't that the old Bugs Bunny thing where they have two white eyes in a cave and then they just do the whole radio play? Yeah, that's how we're gonna roll here. Anyway,
It's easy to animate.
So it's the Star Trek equivalent of the allegory of the cave. All they see are our shadows.
Anyway, Fiona tries to put she puts the one handcuff on. She tries to put the other one on, and she kind of thinks it's a joke. And then she kind of reaches into telerite blood and realizes that this is the real deal. And she begins like kind of quaking and trembling and falling, collapsing a bit on this. There'll be some shattered. What?
I'm feeling pretty woozy. I've lost a lot of blood, it looks like. It's all over the floor.
Yeah, Lyra's, I can't, I'm not going to, hey, I'm not, medical school didn't tell us to pick it up with a sponge and pour it back in your mouth. So you're going to have to hold and sit tight until I can get some better stuff for you.
I'm going to pick up.
I guess I'll just lean against this wall.
Yeah.
I'm going to scoop up some of the blood in my hands, like a cup. And I'm going to walk around and go to the closet and say, oh, here, let's rub this on your hands. It's rich in hemerythrin. It's going to really make them feel better.
Oh, good.
Grayla's
My
starting to go
hands
into
are really starting to hurt.
yeah, Grayla's starting to go into minor shock because of his little tricorder. He is doing a biohazard analysis and starting to really be concerned about this situation. He's like, what kind of sordid play is this? What is going on here? Is this standard operating practice?
No, because our boss got his arm ripped off.
It's only a
That
flesh
usually
wound.
doesn't happen. What did you say, Grauka? I talked over you. I'm sorry. I'm always doing that.
I said it's only a flesh wound.
Oh. Well, it's a big one.
Hey, boss, I've
I've had worse.
got some bandages in my pocket that I brought myself. Would you like to buy one or two?
The bin side is hyperventilating. You can tell just because like a stream of
Yeah,
fog
yeah.
is
Like
coming
the
out of
idea
his
is
face
he's
there.
burning out his vape. What would a benzite do when it's like realizing he's totally misread the situation? Because originally he thought he was on a let's pretend murder mystery and he was going to be smarter than anybody and solve it faster. And I don't know if he's more pissed that there's actually someone bleeding out in front of him or that Fiona beat him to the punch.
Yeah, both. But now he just wants to tattletale on somebody. He's ready to report this. He's a Federation. Is this a Federation citizen?
They're both Federation citizens on a non-Federation world.
Is there any kind of communication equipment? I mean, he would stand there petrified till he can get to some place where he can send an alert.
Okay, he might be standing there for a minute. Do they? I wonder if they can.
He's afraid. He's not sure who these. He's not afraid who these. He's afraid who these sadistic bastards are. He's really trying to.
Yeah,
figure it out.
Weeman's walking back in front of you and forth with you, putting his hands in a puddle, and then rubbing it on a wall. As far as I can tell.
Biohazard.
I'm
Biohazard.
poking my Vulcan blistered hands out underneath the wall and trying to get any of it I can.
Oh yeah, this
lotion's really nice, wee man. Where did you get it?
Oh, around.
You're so mysterious.
Let me
Yeah.
see.
He's terrified. He's really terrified. Grayla is freaking out right now as he realizes, is there a phaser anywhere or a door of anything that he could do to contain these people?
What you can do is, okay, this will be beautiful. You know that wall that was in there? There happens to be a communications device next to you, believe it or not. As you, because I'm assuming you maybe back up in horror or something, right?
Yeah, I want to call SOS for help. This is a distress call. I'm trying to
You
get
do
out.
have a thing, and I did lie when I said that Shart didn't have any technology in the room. There is a I think, what is the trademark name?
She charges for outgoing.
She does charge for
messages,
outgoing
just-
messages. Yes.
Yeah, he'd have to buy a passkey.
Basically, you get this, and I don't know what Shart's trade name is for things like, it's a Shart or something like that. Shart Inc.
Shart Inc.
Yeah. But you do see a communications panel. It does have a slot for Latinum. And you are a Federation citizen, so you know how that goes.
No Latinum. Darn it. Does anyone here perhaps have some latinum I could borrow?
Oh, for the critic, fat chance.
Shark took all of our latinum. We're broke. We're busted. That's why we're doing all this.
There is also that. I don't have any actually.
Yeah, I think Grayley.
But if I did, I wouldn't give it to everybody's a critic.
Yeah, Grayley would try to calmly. Okay, then waddle out the room to go find Shart if possible. He's trying to stay calm as possible, but he's fuming.
Okay, I'm gonna put you back outside. Remove Fiona, leave Shart in. While they were inside, Shart and Cash, what do you come up with? In terms of you've got a lean lifted on your ship, or an option, cargo bay fill.
Everything's coming up cash dash. I think we're just chatting. I've been telling Shard about all the innovative ways that I've come up with to cook various arthropods.
Are you Forrest Gumping us?
Yeah.
Do you can I ask you, do you by any chance these various ways, have you put those into a cookbook? Because I'm a publisher too. I can more than happy help you copyright that book and help you distribute it through the quadrant. Is that something you'd be interested in?
My mama always said I ought to put out a cookbook.
I agree totally. Why don't you? In fact, I happen to have a contract right here for my publishing company. So if you want to just go ahead and sign, we'll make sure. I'm telling you, by next month, we'll have Deep Space Nine cooking only from your cookbook.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Let me take a look at. Oh, you almost got me. You almost got me, Shot.
Trying.
You almost got me.
Oh, that's
rule 8 of the Ferengi rules of acquisition. Small print leads to large risk.
Large risk. That's right.
What I want to do is it's 9:00, so that's our kind of stop point. I like also, hey, new subscriber, thank you, Bird Art. And I also want to say, would this be a good spot to have this sort of, and they laughed, and then scene kind of a thing? Because that way we can either F off the planet, or go on to the next thing and have Shart like call her personal shuttle to leave. Either way, leaving people in a lurch. Sorry?
Yeah, deal was done. The lien is off, so that's good. You're taking my illegal goods from mining off the planet, which is good for me, and a book deal. And she could be a recurring character weeks and months later.
So apparently,
the book deal's so good. And I was already trying to get illegal goods off the planet anyway, so it just dovetails right in.
All right. So what I want to do is we do have a last minute redeem, which the person doesn't know how to spend points, but we really don't care. Because it's a daddy-daughter thing, and basically, I'm going to have Dravok sing a song as Shart climbs, says something about like going into their shuttle. You summon the shuttle, it lands. You can walk off and say, "Oh, pick up the stuff," and you can actually give them directions to where pick up the stuff, and then you climb on, and I think that at that point, a certain song needs to be sung as the credits roll.
All right, the lyrics are going to be changed slightly because Dravok is singing the tale of Shart leaving us. She packed her bags tonight, pre-flight, 0 hour, 9 a.m. And I'm going to be high as a kite by then, using my steroids.
Okay, I'm gonna end that there before we get too much trouble. What I want to do is say thank you everyone for joining us. I believe there is a bit where we wanted to do a plug for not only Michael's project, but also something near and dear to all of our hearts, which is Free Comic Book Day. Michael, do you want to just rip that out? Do you want to rip out about that one?
Free Comic Book Day or Free RPG
Free
Day?
RPG Day. I apologize.
Yeah, Free RPG Day. So that is June 22nd at your local comic shop. You can go to freerpgday.com, I think, but mostly just call up your local game store, find out what they're doing, what games they're playing, and of course the best thing you can do is grab some free quick start and run a game for people or invite friends who've never played before. Support these local stores. I always make it when I walk in the store, I buy at least one thing, even if it's dice, just to support these small businesses. So that's our job to do that on June 22nd, this upcoming Saturday.
All right. And then one other thing I want to encourage everybody to do is visit the best and most popular blog on the Galaxy, which is Continuing Missions, which you are, I believe, Chief Hook and Bottle Washer. I don't remember.
Me, Tony Pye, Colin Wilson, we started it and we keep it going strong. And then, of course, any fan can drop stuff in there as long as it's PG-13 because my nieces and nephews are on there. But we take anything fan made, we drop it on there so we can help you immortalize your games.
Okay. And I'm putting the link into the chat and up here on the screen. Yeah, because Continuing Missions is a never-ending source of a lot of material. Fan-generated, nuancy stuff, sneak peeks. It's really helpful here. And what I want to do now is say thanks. Anybody? Does anybody else have anything they need to plug? No? All right. And then what I'm going to do is say, if you don't like Star Trek, and I don't know what's wrong with you. And B, you probably talked to a few of my exes. And what I want to do is get this out. We have a number of other things on the channel. And so what we got is we support a number of role-playing games. One is Tuesday. We've got Conan Adventures in an Age I've Dreamed Of. Can you dig it? The party has snuck into an archaeological dig site and the child kidnapping cult hotbed. Excavating pieces of a dead god among the ruins of a massive alien geometric structure. Thanks to the timely and unexpected help of an old friend, apparently chat redeemed someone. Everything now seems kind of normal. There's no cults, no kidnapped children, and not even any slaves. This week, they're going to attempt to find out what is really going on and whether or not Tiber is getting sacrificed. Go on there tomorrow, see what it's like. They have a blast with this, and it's another 2D20 system. And then on Wednesday, we have Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition called The Netherdeep Got Blood. Now that the wreaths have been laid, the bodies burned, and the go F yourselves traded, the banditos have parted ways with the Emerald Pact, only to find their old ally Prolix running from a pair of gloomstalkers that seemingly followed him from Bazatzen. After dispatching them, Prolix informed the banditos that the Allegiance of Allsight has requested an audience with Baltar and company. Will they be drawn in by the offer, or will they ally with a library of Cobalt Sol? There's only one way to find out, and that is to show up on Wednesday and check it out. On Thursday, the show that began it all is Rift's Megaverse of Mayhem, Shadows of Intrigue. The team has successfully subdued the alternate Billy Wildstar and are looting the Black Vault. What goodies will they find? You're going to have to find out on Thursday. And then on Friday, ending out your week, we do have the next episode of Cookie Trek. Orange is the new noob. The members of the USS Fan Service crew find themselves caught in a daring prison escape. Amidst the chaos, a shape-shifting alien replaces the protagonist, leading to a suspenseful and thrilling zero-G showdown. Can we be sued for ripping off that Star Trek episode? Join Simon and Rufus for this adventure and help shape play. And then Sunday, Dave, did you want to read this, or do you want me to butcher it for you?
Sure.
Oh, crap. Sorry. I didn't mean to put you on
the... Sunday, the 23rd at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, on yet another thrilling installation of 5th edition Tomb of Annihilation, a cog in the machine. The tomb's custodian is dead once and for all, and the entire 4th floor has turned into a mimic, thanks to Vij. The cure was chewed up and spat out again. Kenneth and Jaeger had very different experiences jumping off a 10-foot ledge. and Scrod had a nice nap. Join us next time as the party explores a whole new level.
And then on Monday, we roll back around to Star Trek Bajor Rising, titled Free Will Tied Hands. The away team has rescued the freighter, repaired it, and brought the USS Talisman to the Bajoran colony or camp. And now it's a chance for Starfleet to assist one of the many refugee camps that are dotting the border between the Federation and Cardassian space about 1 year before the end of the occupation of Bajor. So tune in and see us there. What I do want to do is I didn't set up a raid, so I'm going to have to say for right now, thanks everybody again. Michael, I really appreciate you coming in. Hopefully you had a chance to stretch your legs. I wasn't too big.
I hardly ever get to play, so I really appreciate it. I'm the forever GM, so anytime anyone invites me to play and I have time, I take the opportunity. And you fulfilled my dream. I never played a Ferengi before, and so
have you made enough profit?
I am very proud of the profits I made today.
You've also literally you changed several directions in the story. So congratulations for making a difference. You too can make a difference. And like I said, the table's always open for anyone who does want to join in. So if you know anybody, they're always welcome. And I think that is it, everybody. Why don't we wave bye to the folks and wish them all well. Have a good night, everybody. Start your week well.